It's been a couple of months since I've last done a favourites video, so I thought it's about time to do a fresh new one for the autumn. Some good little bits to share with you that I think you would like. I've tried to make the background as cozy as possible for this video. Believe it or not, it is actually about 11 AM. Why does it look like it's about 10 PM? So apologies if you can hear some banging in the background. That is building work. So hopefully it's not too distracting and not too loud. As always, I'm going to start with my little categories. So today I've got the usual books, of course, makeup, clothing, and music. Actually, I've got one music favorite that I want to share. So last month I decided that I should actually just invest in proper makeup that actually looks good on me and not just use crappy products that I've got. So I decided to splurge a little bit and get some new products, and I'm glad that I did because they are so much better. So the very first product I want to show you is by Tower 28, and can I just say I am so excited that they now have it here. Like, I was waiting for that. Maybe I'm just late to this, maybe it's been here for a while and I was just not in the loop, but I've got it now, got my hands on it, and I'm very happy. Now this is the Tower 28 Serum Concealer. What shade? I've got the shade IE, 1E? I don't know. Anyway, so I got this and I've been using it for a few weeks, and I can confirm that this is the best concealer I've ever used in my entire life. Packaging is super cute and it's very sturdy as well. It feels like you're using a luxurious product. But the finish of this is just so nice. It's not too glowy to the point where it looks like you've just gone to the gym and you've sweated a lot. It just makes the skin look healthy, glowy in a really subtle way. That kind of look of your skin but better almost. But what I love about it as well is that it also hides some of my red marks on my cheeks. Previous products that I have used, the concealers really just have not done a good job of that at all. Now this isn't like completely perfect at doing that, but then again, it's in concealer. This one is so good. I can get quite dry skin and this is not drying on my skin whatsoever. It blends in without a problem, and it's just the easiest concealer to use, and it looks so good. So if you're looking for a new concealer, 10 out of 10 recommend this. Like, it's so good. I feel like my light is actually running out of battery. Lighting starts to dim throughout the rest of the video. That is why. It's the little ring light that just doesn't want to stay charged. This product has been around for a while, but I never used it until now. I do have the mini version because it's easier to test that first. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick, and I mean, I know everyone has spoken about it before, but that is because it is really good. I can confirm that. Usually I stay away from bullet lipsticks like this because, I mean, like I said, dry skin, like my lips will probably get dry if I wear a matte lipstick like this, but I have to admit it hasn't done that. And I was really surprised by that because I thought it would. The only thing I was using on my lips beforehand was my Rhode Peptide lip tint because it gave the colour and it also made my lips shine. But this is not drying, and it's a nice alternative because sometimes I don't want to have glossy lips, but I felt like I had to because that was the only product I could use without my lips literally crusting up, which is such a gross thing to imagine, but it's the truth. This lipstick does stay on a really long time, as much as a lipstick can really. Obviously if you eat your food you might have to reapply it. The colour is so good. I mean, I've not found a lipstick that looks as good as this. It doesn't kind of sink into any cracks, and it just looks good. Let's move on to clothing, which is much more my thing. Let's start with what I am wearing. I actually opened this in my previous vlog, I believe, so if you haven't watched that, please do. I recently purchased a jumper or a hoodie from Maebe. I've seen the brand for a while, like I think it's been around for a year, but I hadn't bought anything just because I didn't really think to. But they had a sale on, and I can't help myself if there is a sale of something I haven't tried, because it's a good opportunity, you know, to get something and to get something at a slightly lower price. Got this hoodie from Maebe, and I did want to get the matching bottoms as well, but they were out of stock, so I just got the hoodie. Now I have to say, I've been wearing this a ton. It is so good. It is so good. Like, the quality is fantastic. You definitely get what you pay for. I like a hoodie that actually sits properly on the body and doesn't just kind of swallow you, because I just like it to fit properly, you know? I've had hoodies that just swallow me, and it's like, yeah, it's nice for when you're at home, but when I'm out and about, I feel like I'm just walking around in a sack of clothing rather than feeling good about what I'm wearing. But that is definitely not the case with this. Like, this is really good. So I'm not sure if you can tell because I'm probably sitting too far away, but it's almost like a subtle ribbed material, and it's got the little initial on here, which is kind of fuzzy, which is cute, almost like a boucle sort of thing, like the chair. The zip is really good quality. It cinches in at the waist, and just, yeah, like I said, it sits well, and that's how you can kind of tell the difference, I suppose, between, you know, a higher quality hoodie. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not letting my cats sit on this because they will ruin it in about 2 seconds, but you know, it's a nicer hoodie for when you kind of want to go out and wear this with a pair of jeans or even with a pair of leggings, joggers, whatever it may be. I just feel like this is really good quality and I would recommend the brand. Granted, I've only gotten one thing from there. I do have my eye on a blazer from there, which I am thinking about because I don't really wear blazers, but I do want it because it looks good. So I am thinking about that. I think the knitwear and the leisure wear are really, really good. Speaking of leisure wear, well, we're going to segue into activewear. So I guess my other favorite this month has also been the gym. I'm a gym girly now. That's just where I go now. Now, funnily enough, I didn't actually get these clothes for the gym. I got them for dance, but I mean, they're versatile. You could wear them to the gym. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but when I go to the gym, I really don't care what I wear. Like, I'll just wear my leggings and a sports bra and I'm good to go, fine. But when I'm dancing, I don't want to wear that. I want to like wear something slightly cooler, which doesn't really make sense, but I want to feel like I'm performing in a way, which is funny because it's literally just a dance class. It is just a class, but it's fine. I still want to feel good about myself in what I'm wearing when I'm dancing and have it be comfortable. So I got a specific little top situation to wear. Now, both of these are from a brand called Honor. I don't know how that's actually said, but I'm gonna call it Honor. So first of all, I got this like tank top and it's basically like a halter neck and it's got padding in it as well. But I tried this on yesterday and I immediately fell in love with it. It's just so flattering. It is so flattering and it's comfortable. Like, that is a win. Like I said, it's got padding here and it's almost a bit like a crop top. It's not like an actual sports bra. It's kind of got enough coverage to, I think, probably just hit your belly button just under it. This is a really nice rib material as well, and I just love how it's got the padding in it as well. It kind of provides you with the support and that extra little bit of coverage as well. I think this is really, really cool and the quality is very nice. One of these little shrugs, the little sleeves that you can kind of put over the top of that, for instance, or another tank top. I'm trying to think of who I've seen wearing something like that and I can't remember. But anyway, I just think it looks cool. Like, I did try it on yesterday with both of these together and it was a look, it was serving, it was good. I got both of these in an extra small. I believe that's the smallest size that they do. Usually I'm a size smaller than that, but I tried both of these on and they fit perfectly. And I think that's because they've got the stretch in it. Almost similar to like Skims, for example. Speaking of activewear, Nike and Skims, I mean, I wasn't expecting that. It's not even a collaboration, is it? I don't know. Is it their own brand? I'm not sure. I watched the interview with her on, what was it? Was it Jimmy Fallon? I watched an interview with her and she was talking about it and I was like, well, that's cool. And now I want to try the stuff. So I'm gonna have a look at that and see if I can find anything that takes my fancy. But when I heard about that, I was just like, that's cool. That is very cool. Let's move on to music. I have one music favorite and it's because it's been on repeat non-stop for me the past few weeks, honestly, like constantly in my head. There is an artist called Hayden Henderson and there's this a song that I am just obsessed with called Tension. Just go and listen to it. If you like pop, you'll like it. If you don't like pop, then maybe not. But I just feel like, I don't know, it's just something about the song that's almost addictive. Like, you'd want to listen to it on repeat. Like, you know how there are just some songs that are addictive to listen to? For me, that is one of them. I feel like his whole image, everything is just very cool. I don't know how I actually found out about his music. Sometimes I just scroll on Spotify to find some new music and I think it came up in one of like the Spotify created playlists. So that's how I found it. If you ever want to find new music, I highly recommend doing that because I found some really great music. This one included. So that is a music recommendation for you, particularly if you are into pop, which I am. Then I've got 2 books to share with you. If you've been around on my channel for a while, you will know that I am a bit of a bookworm. Like, I love to read every single day, whenever I can. Now, the first book I have to share with you really took me by surprise. I didn't expect to love it as much as I did, which is Where Sleeping Girls Lie This book, I devoured it. I really did within 2 or 3 days, and it's a chunky book. There's quite a lot to it. It was written so well. All the characters were just like clearly very well thought through, and it felt like I knew these people. And like that's how you know it's a good book, when the characters feel like genuinely real people. It's based in a boarding school, and the character called Shade, she turns up to this new boarding school, and she's basically given a roommate to kind of share her dorm with. But then that roommate goes missing. This is not a spoiler, it does say it on the blurb, so it's not a spoiler. Her roommate goes missing on the very first night, and the rest of the book, Shade is essentially trying to find out what happened to her. There's so many different characters in this book that kind of get involved. It's just such an interesting read, and it kind of took a turn in a way that I wasn't really expecting. Definitely like a mystery sort of novel, and if that's your thing, I would highly recommend it. And for some reason, I really enjoy these books that are kind of based around like old boarding schools, and just like, I don't know, it all seems kind of mystical in a way. I don't know why. But yeah, I really enjoyed that book. And there's a second book that author has got called Ace of Spades, which I also really want to read. Because apparently it's kind of like Gossip Girl vibes. And update, I am actually on season 4 of Gossip Girl, 2 more to go. Yes, I am loving Gossip Girl as well. But yeah, apparently Ace of Spades kind of reminds people of that, so I will be reading that book next. Okay, then the next book I have, I feel like it is for a very specific type of person. This book is called The Charming Man, and it is part of a wider series called The Stranger Times. I read The Stranger Times a couple of months ago, and I loved that book. I loved it. And then this is the sequel to it, and I'm glad I got my hands on it, and I'm reading it at the moment. I started it yesterday, and I'm almost halfway through because I can't put it down. Now, the reason why I said it's for a very specific type of person is because it is sci-fi, and I know not everyone loves sci-fi. I don't mind it. I think it depends on how it's written. It's almost like sci-fi mixed with a little bit of fantasy, like that sort of thing. But it's just such a funny book. It feels quite lighthearted. At times maybe not, but on the whole quite lighthearted. It's very funny and just full of really quirky characters. I feel like the characters are the best part of this book because they're all just so different, and they're all just so funny in their own ways. I would love to see this book series turn into like an actual show, because I think it will just be hilarious. So it is essentially about this news agency that covers really wacky, quirky stories that no other news agency does, and that's why they're called The Stranger Times. In the previous book and in this book, there's basically a mysterious or mystical event that happens. The team at the news agency, they essentially try to find out what happened so that they can hopefully be the first to publish it. I feel like there's not much more I can say without giving it away, but I think even if you're not into sci-fi and fantasy, you might just find it really funny and really enjoy it. So I would say give it a go, particularly if you like sci-fi. I think you'll enjoy it. Okay, we have reached the end of my favorites video. I feel like I didn't have too many, but the ones that I've chosen are like solid favorites. I've always said this, like I'm just not going to show you things I don't really use. Like I will show you things and talk about things that I really love and use pretty much every single day. Thank you so much for watching today's video and for taking time out of your day as always to watch it. This is very good timing because my ring light is running out of juice. I can see it dimming slowly. Okay, I will see you in my next video. Bye.